Here we are. We're back for game number 2 of the Vancouver City Championship semifinals. We've got the Magee Lions and the King George Dragons. I'm being joined by Wilson Wong this evening, our play-by-play announcer. The Dragons, one of the top teams in the province all year long, at the top, anywhere from number 1 to number 3 throughout the season in the provincial rankings. And here's Wilson Wong.
Just in time for tip-off, eh?
Yes, indeed. Good. Okay.
And King George is in white. Magee is in black as the Dragons take the opening tip-off. That's their point guard, Max Astak, with the ball. Sideline 3 on the way, and that one in and out. Rebound taken by the Lions. Lions enter the ball inside, and they will lose possession here. And the Dragons trying to take advantage in transition. Zuliaga missing that shot. Still scoreless, about a minute in, and the baseline drive no good. Second chance opportunity. Looks like that's a block inside. The Lions will stay on offense here as they get the offensive rebound. .16 to shoot. Ball entered into the post and intercepted. It's a 2-on-1 break for the Dragons. Back out to the wing, and they'll slow it down into half court. Astak for 3. That one just off the mark. Dragons with the offensive board, and another 3 on the way. This time goes, and Zuliaga will open the score here with the 3-point basket.
The Magee Lions are sitting at league play. They were 8-3, and an exhibition play 3-3 throughout the season. Of course, as we mentioned before, the shortened season for everyone according to COVID.
Yeah, Magee played earlier in the year at the Jokers Classic in Vancouver. That was right at the start of the season, and then we got a few more weeks of play, and then COVID kind of forced us all out of tournaments, and I think a lot of the teams were forced to find sort of like-minded teams to play some exhibition games.
That was about as opposed to a 32 game schedule, most teams about 20 to 21.
Yeah. So the Lions trying to get on the scoreboard here. Turnaround shot just strong on the offensive board again for Magee. Ball knocked away. Looks like possession will stay with King George. And ball entered back into play, and it will be a shot that's just strong, and King George will make it a one and done here on offense, or on defense, pardon me. They're back on offense. That's Palmer Curry. Astak. Zuliaga at the top of the half circle. Back to Astak from the wing, and that one's short. And the rebound taken by the Lions. Noah Fung with the ball, looking to his left into the corner. Pass across. Brandon Dye, 4-3, and he ties the game here. About 3 minutes into this one.
Off the bank.
It all counts the same.
Low scoring first quarter.
Back the other way, and King George responds there, just as you say that there, Jeff. Adam Spano wearing number 8 for the Dragons. Normally, I think if you're watching King George, you're maybe more used to kind of the up and down, high pressure kind of basketball.
After 3 minutes of play, we're usually looking at deep double figures.
So they are
a talented group.
Yes, for sure. Up 6-3.
They made it all the way to the Samara Classic finals against Burnaby South. And unfortunately, they didn't do very well in that game, but nonetheless, they were in the finals, and an accomplishment in itself for a AA school.
Well, and not a lot of teams have done that well against Burnaby South this year.
Indeed.
Up 8-3 here early against Magee. Noah Fung looking to drive right, goes now left, has the ball knocked away. Outnumber situation as fast break layup for Aztec at King George.
And Aztec, simply one of the finest players in the province this year.
And gets the ball again off that tip. Looks like it was maybe Curry with the tip. Aztec takes it to the hoop strong and scores.
And here we go, our first timeout of the evening.
And of course, the winner of this game will be going to the 2A, 3A final on Friday.
7:30 against Gladstone Gladiators. I want to take this moment to thank some of the sponsors of the Tupper Nation. I'm going to start with the Abbey Sports Shop, the oldest sports shop in Vancouver. 70 years ago, 1948, Abbey's Sports opened for all your sporting needs. 4774 Main Street.
A wonderful neighborhood company. Always, I mean, as you said, 70 years old, like always supporting sports in the area.
Oh, goodness. Whether it be Little Mountain Baseball or here with the Tupper sporting community.
So it's 12-3, first time out. King George is ahead of Magee. As a coach, say if you're Magee, what kind of things are you trying to just focus on as they come out of this break?
I think they've really got to take care of the basketball, and because we've seen some of these transition hoops right off the bat that have made the difference in the game already, and we're not 5 minutes into the game. So they've got to take care of the basketball.
And they have the ball right now. Brise entered into the wing. It's for Fung. Fung going inside, gets the ball back. Ball entered into the post. Tough jump shot, no good there from Harman Sidhu. Kind of rolled in and out, and unfortunate for the Lions.
Got a seal on the rim there, it seems.
12-3, the Dragons ahead. Just about midway through this first quarter. Spano out to the wing. Zuliaga baseline. That worked around to the wing. Aztec for three, wide open, makes no mistake. 15-3, we talked about it. The game was tied at 3. Magee got that three-pointer, and then it's been a 12-0 run since.
It's been a glimmer of hope at the beginning.
So Sidhu working the ball inside, back out. Gets the ball back at the foul line, trying to go down low into the corner. Three-point shot on the way, just off the mark there by Magee, and the Dragons will bring the ball up slowly as they cross half court. Aztec setting up the directions into the sideline. Three-point attempt for Curry. Bounces off the rim. Offensive board. And they'll reset with a new shot clock here. Foul line jumper is good.
Very, very nice.
Lots of talented players on this King George squad. As you hear in the background, that is the King George bench. They are always excited, always hyped up.
Well, they do break a sweat on the bench. They're ready to go when they're called to get into the game.
The Brise foul line pass, and that one just between the hands there of Sidhu, and Dragons back in possession on offense, up 17-3. They're on a 14-0 run here, looking to add to it, and the shot does not go, but another offensive rebound for King George, so they're dominating here on the offensive boards and just getting chance after chance here to add to their lead. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Magee really needs to get a body on some of these big King George players. They just can't allow them to dominate the backboard like they are.
They do get that defensive board there, and so Fung has a ball knocked away, and they say it went off Magee. Aztec with the ball for King George. Looking to book a place into the City Championship final. Zuluaga for a long range shot off the back. Oh, turnover there, despite getting the defensive board. Spano strong on that shot. Gets his own rebound, and Curry will control.
I hate to harp on like a coach, but they have got to box out. Goodness, got to get a body on, especially on that big man.
It just makes it so tough to keep playing defense. Now Spano finds room inside, has the ball stripped away. It's a 3-on-2 break. Right to the hoop, Fung off the glass, just strong. And Aztec with the ball and back in transition come the Dragons. Zuluaga looked at a 3, goes into Spano. And now Curry. No hurry here for the Dragons. They have been very comfortable against this defense. Curry, Spano inside off the glass for another 2. Two minutes to go in this first quarter. Magee down 19-3 with the ball. Sidhu working against Spano. Tough shot, makes it, and oh no, he draws the foul. Thought that was going to be a nice positive possession there for the Lions, but they called for the travel. So the Dragons get the ball back up 19-3, a minute 40 to go in this first quarter. We're watching the City Championships live from Sir Charles Tupper Secondary. Spano trying to find a teammate.
Good hustle.
Ball still loose on the ground.
Those 50-50 balls are so important.
That was Rishan up ball for King George. Zuluaga finds Spano into the paint, spins, goes to the hoop, strong with the shot, and the rebound tipped down to Dye. And Magee trying to work in this half-court set on offense, down by 16 points. Pass intended for the far sideline and knocked out of bounds. If you're just joining us, Magee is in black with red numbers, and King George in white jerseys with dark green numbers and lettering. Drive no good there from Sidhu after the shot fake, and the rebound taken by King George. 51 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Aztec finding room, going for 3, too much on that shot. Rebound finally taken by the Lions. I do apologize there. I don't have that player's number here on the score sheet as the Lions go in for the layup. Debrise in 4-2, and that breaks the long scoring run here for the Dragons. It had been 16-0. The Lions break that streak, down 19-5 here. Zuluaga hits on the score sheet with a 3 here. And then on the inbounds, Dragons take it back. Curry for 3, and he nails it. So in the matter of seconds, the Dragons score 6 points to end the quarter, and it's 25-5 for King George.
Well, of course, these two teams competing to play in the finals on Friday night at 7:30 versus the Gladstone Gladiators, where I was talking to Rod Tanabe between games, and we were discussing when was the last time Gladstone was in the finals, and we think it might have been in 75, and that would be 1975. For all of you millennials.
You know, when you say millennials, the millennials are now into their 40s.
Oh, well, they're still youngsters to me. Oh, yeah, hold it. I got 2 kids that are in their 40s.
There you go.
All right.
Well, that game, the final is at 7:30 here on Friday. That'll be a nice night of basketball here. The junior girls city championships will be played. The tier 1 on Friday, I believe, at 3:45 here.
Okay.
So should be some exciting basketball. Of course, there's the separate 2A, 3A tournament, and then there's a 4A tournament happening
at Churchill.
Yep. That was a 4-team tournament taking place there. And so coming out of the timeout, or sorry, not the timeout, the quarter break here, Magee down 25-5. They'll have the ball here to open the second quarter. And Brandon Dye will inbound for the Lions.
Of course, our officials for this evening, Fred Gunn, the senior official, along with Ben Tomey for the evening. This is their second game.
That's Fung for the Magee Lions. Out to DeBrise, and his pass intercepted by Aztec. Finds Curry down the floor. Does a good job to control, then quickly enters the ball inside, and Zuluaga making nice work for another 2 points. Ball worked quickly back inside for Magee around the perimeter. Fung. DeBrise. Ball worked inside, and a block there by Spano on Sadu, who gets the ball back short on that little jump shot. Second offensive rebound, 3 on the way from DeBrise, and that shot just hitting the back rim. And the Dragons able to control that rebound, and they'll bring the ball up. Last rebound going to Uppal for King George. 3 ball, no good. That time from King George, and it's Fung again, handling the ball for Magee. Jumper from just behind the foul line, strong there from Sadu.
Seems like the big fella for Magee just doesn't want to put that ball up. Here he was in the block. When you are in Paris, go see the Eiffel Tower.
Well, he's been having to do a lot of work defending guys like Spano inside.
True enough.
King George finding their offensive groove here in the half court, 29-5. This time they'll have the ball to the hoop on the fast break, short on the layup by Zuluaga. And Dye out to DeBrise. And the ball knocked away, and Palmer Curry comes up with it for King George. 2 minutes gone in this second quarter. It's 29 for the Dragons and 5 for the Magee Lions.
You know, as the coach, you're sitting back and thinking, if you're Magee, can we just get into double digits before halftime?
Right.
Can we just get there?
Well, you're looking at probably trying to hit a particular deficit target there as they do make that
there we go.
Lay-in.
Yeah, we're inching closer.
29-7, but as a coach, you're probably thinking defensive stop, right?
Defensive stop. Just give me a hoop, and let's just stop the bleeding.
Well, they almost got one there.
Almost. There we go. You know, you just beg your players, compete. Don't stop competing. Ignore the score. Let's get a stop and go down court. Let's get a stop.
And just kind of get 1 or 2 good possessions in a row, and we'll build from there.
Let's dig our way out of this hole, one shovelful at a time. Get the stop and score. And some discrepancy at the scorer's table at the present moment. I'm going to guess he's not on the score sheet is what the situation is.
I think so.
Yeah, there we are. know it's an official rule, but I think at the present moment, really, does it? Nonetheless, here we are.
I'm a big stats guy. You can't have mystery points on the score sheet.
True enough. True. You can add them, though. You know. Trade them for a goalie to be named later.
Well, there again, Magee defensively getting a good touch on the ball, getting on the hands on the inbounds pass. And just before all that kind of came up, I wanted to say Donovan Souls wearing number 8 for Magee entering into the game. He's a 5'7" guard in grade 11. Aztec from the sideline, that one short. I don't think it caught the rim. And there we talked about it. Magee gets us off here.
Now to score. Here we go. King George in their 2-3 zone, which for years they have lived in.
And going inside Magee. Throws the ball out. DeBrise going. There we go. For the layup, and that one goes for Magee. So you get a stop, and then now you've scored on the offensive end. We'll see what kind of momentum they can build from here.
Here we go.
Aztec for King George. Zuluaga. Down low. Looks like it'll be a foul.
On Soul.
Is that the first foul of the game?
Goodness gracious. Couldn't be. Couldn't. Well, maybe. You can't trust the scoreboard here at Tupper. Missing a few light bulbs, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's another 2 points here for King George. Zuluaga. Well, your teams have shot the lights out on the scoreboard a few times here in the past.
Yes, indeed.
Ball worked
Big
inside.
Fella. Oh, almost.
And Curry will grab the loose ball. Curry fouled at the free throw line. Aztec will inbound. 18 on the shot clock for King George. Curry, quick hit 3. Gets the shooter's bounce off the rim, off the glass, and down for 3.
That is at least his second 3 from that exact same spot.
Well, he hit the shot to end the first quarter at the buzzer. It's 34-9, and a turnover. King George. Aztec intercepts the ball.
Got to take care of that ball around the perimeter. Got to jump to the ball.
How hard is it for you not to be
horrible
coaching?
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Although I will admit, oftentimes sitting in front of the fire at 7:30 on a Wednesday night, not a bad thing.
Fair. 37-9. The King George Dragons lead, looking to clinch a spot in the 2A, 3A City Championship Final on Friday. Looking to play Gladstone. Foul on that shot from Magee, so 2 attempts on the line coming for Sadu of Magee. And Howard Zhang now wearing number 11 into the game. First foul shot on the way, that one off the back iron. Second shot coming, and it's good for Magee. Lions getting to double digits, 37-10 here, halfway through this second quarter. Aztec, pass inside, Spano, missing on that layup. Did everything right there, but score.
Yeah.
Ball knocked out of bounds, staying with the Dragons on that possession.
Was that Curry? No, is number 9 Curry?
No, Upball is number 9. Curry's number 3.
Oh, okay. Because that young man, number 9, man, that was a hustle play. You got to love that as a coach.
Oh, Aztec wanted to get the pass. I think Spano maybe wasn't sure who to pass it to. Both guys may be open there.
you leave the ground and you're not sure who you're passing to, that's what can happen.
Ball worked inside, and nice tip there by Curry. Spano over to Aztak. Finding Zuluaga. Aztak. And Curry getting instructions from the bench. Probably always a good play to find Spano inside in this game.
Over and over again. His arms should be tired from shooting.
39-10. King George has been very efficient offensively here in this game against Magee. Souls back out to three-point attempt from Fung there, and shot just off the mark.
There's a certain degree of intimidation going on by King George. Many of the Magee players aren't even looking at the hoop when they catch the basketball. They're looking to run a play. They're looking to
Nice finish there by Zuluaga, going
little circus.
Very nice high off the glass for another 2 points. It's 41-10.
Well, they got into double figures.
Turnaround jumper, trying for the bank. That time does not go. I think it was always going to be a pretty tough task for this Magee team against King George here.
It is. But it's why we play the games. One never knows.
Well, Curry on target from this near sideline here in front of the Magee bench. Very successful in this game so far. 44-10 for King George.
Was discussing with official Fred Gunn between games the year that Point Grey upset Kitsilano Blue Demons in the city finals, and Kitsilano had been #1 for 2 straight years, and they upset Kits in the city.
Was that like 03-ish?
No, 01 or 00.
Back when you still were using film cameras, I think, at that point.
Many of my players say, do you have any film, coach? Or do you have any video? And I said, gentlemen, VHS wasn't invented when I played. You had to have a projector to see our games.
Well, 2 minutes on the clock and a timeout called by King George here in the Vancouver City Championship 2A, 3A semifinal. The Dragons look like they're on their way to the championship game on Friday, ahead 46-10. Just wanted to say thanks to everyone that brought this webcast together, because I know there are so many people that want to come to the games and for obviously health reasons are not able to. So we hope that you are having a good time watching this game, and thanks to everyone who brought this all together.
And 3 of the most important people for it, of course, is VSB Athletic Director Harp Sohi, along with Tupper Athletic Director and Assistant Athletic Director Paul Hughes and Elisa Wong, who I believe you're familiar with.
Yep, absolutely. My sister is the senior girls basketball coach here as well, and in fact, had a game earlier this week. They played Windermere. Actually, high-scoring game. I think it was 70-61 for Windermere, so high-scoring game. But I think that's just at this school and at so many other schools across BC, you have a lot of people that are doing a lot of things they've never done before to try to get all this stuff going, and so it's
absolutely.
It's an interesting time, and we thank all those people who are trying and going above and beyond to get these games in for the students. Coming out of the timeout, Magee with the ball, has the ball knocked out of bounds. So they'll enter the ball in the play here. 1:47 to go in this first half, which has been dominated by King George. It was 3-3 to start the game early, and then it's been all King George since. Brandon Dye wearing number 52 for Magee. Trying to go inside for Sadu as the ball knocked away. It's a 3-on-2 break. Spano to the hoop. Nice finish. making it look very easy on the fast break.
A little bit of matador defense there.
3-point shot from DeVries off the mark, and Aztec quickly down the floor for King George. And Spano with the left block, spins to the hoop and gets it in from the left side. It's 50-10 King George.
King George again in their 2-3.
Die, baseline pass, now going inside. Back out to the wing. DeVries has the ball knocked away from behind. It's a 3-on-1 break. This time it is Curry going all the way to the hoop himself. One of the team captains, Palmer Curry, wearing number 3. Puts his team up 52-10. Magee looking for a final shot here in this first half. And again, the Dragons able to get the turnover. So head coach for King George, Darko Kulic, getting his team to set up this final shot of this first half. Curry goes inside. Spano, reverse layup, no good. Offensive board. 3-point shot on the way at the buzzer, no good on the bank, but that possession actually looked very much like a lot of possessions for King George. They get a good shot. If they don't hit it, they get the offensive board for another opportunity. And they are going to go into the break up 52-10 here over Magee.
It's an uphill battle for Magee, that is for sure. Of course, the winner of this game will be playing at 7:30 on Friday evening for the championship, and I'm not going to say loser. The players, the team on the other end will be playing Sir Charles Tupper at 5:30 for the 3rd and 4th place.
For King George, they're going to go on to the 2A Lower Mainlands.
That's correct.
So
Gladstone is, depending on what happens tonight.
Either way, they're the top 2A team, right?
Yes.
So they get to go
Absolutely.
as the top 2A team out of Vancouver.
Right, and I'm not sure if Templeton or Windermere 2A or Britannia, sorry,
Right.
they would go into the Sea to Sky as the 2nd seed.
And then of course that's why the 3rd place game is important. On Friday.
Exactly.
Gladstone will be the number 1 3A team into the mainlands, and then Tupper and Magee will be playing for a better seed going into that zone championship.
Absolutely. The one loss will be that the Gladstone will be the host for the first game, and Tupper will be traveling to play that game. So. Well, I think we should take a break for a minute,
Absolutely,
go check some stats, see what we've got downstairs, and we'll be back in just a few short minutes to start the second half.
We're back, folks. Start the second half. King George Dragons, Magee Lions. Score is 52-10 at the present moment.
Just gotten a correction on the roster. Number 31 in your program is actually number 21 on the floor. So apologies to Amalek Randawa of Magee. I haven't been calling his name, so we'll try to make up for that in the second half.
Details, details.
Magee on defense as King George opens the second half here, up 52-10, looking to officially clinch the berth to the championship final, the city final against Gladstone. Turnaround shot from Spano is good, so not a lot changing for King George on that first possession.
Back in their 2-3 zone. For the past 7 years or so, I've never seen them out of the 2-3 zone. I was asked 2 years ago for a scouting report on them, and I told that coach that they play 2-3 zone. I've never seen them play man-to-man in my entire life. After the game, the coach I told that to told me they didn't play 2-3 zone once. They played man-to-man all night long. Shows you what I know. Which reminds me of the former national head coach Jack Donahoe, that he actually released a book, and it was 100 pages, and the name of the book was called Everything I Know About Basketball, and it was 100 blank pages.
King George in and out on that three-point shot. Spano gets the offensive rebound, pump fake, but called for the travel. And on Spano, 6'6", 215 pounds, a matchup problem for this Magee team. Their two tallest players are 6'4". One of them now with the ball, Sadu, across to DeBrise. And going to the hoop, strong on that little jump shot there from Fung. And Spano going down in the corner, but looks like he's okay. King George moving the ball around the perimeter. Aztec. Zuluaga working his way into the paint. No look pass out to Curry from the corner. Good for three again. So Palmer Curry makes it 59-10 for King George against this short-handed Magee team.
Curry,
go ahead. Sorry.
Curry likes that corner, that's for sure.
And there he gets the turnover, gets the steal. Pass to Spano, leading in, but short. Back the other way, Magee, 2-on-2, and a shot strong from Dye. Offensive board and putback from Randawa.
Mandawa could have a few more looks at that rim.
Curry in that first half there had 11 points on three three-pointers. Spano trying to go in for the layup, and ball knocked out of bounds. I'm going to count out Spano's points here. Looks like he had 19 points in that first half. Leading the way for King George. Leading score from Magee was Randawa with 4 and Dye with 3.
Another turnover.
And Zuluaga making the layup. Oh, doesn't get the bounce there. Pull up 3 in transition, no good from Fung, and ball back to the Lions. Pardon me, the Dragons here. Ball quickly entered into play. Curry wearing number 3 for King George. Zuluaga top of the three-point circle, gets a screen, comes around it, pulls up from the foul line extended, makes that shot. King George really showing off all the different ways that they can score. Inside, Sadu strong and skying for the rebound again is Spano. Curry now handling the ball here for King George. Karich, and then now from the sideline, 3-ball from Curry. Zuluaga. Jersey number 12. Spano. Out to the corner. Curry looked at a 3, decides to go inside, has the ball go off the shins of Spano.
Coach's nightmare. Put the ball in the big man's hands. Do not bounce pass it into his ankles.
Now Fung. Debrise. Fung from the wing, going inside. Randawa. I think he was surprised at how much room he had there, but Randawa makes good on that opportunity.
I keep on thinking that he could score a whole bunch more if he'd just look at the rim.
So we'll see if they make some of those adjustments here halfway through this third quarter. Curry, Spano, and coming around is Curry for another 3. Makes it a 50-point game here for King George as they have absolutely dominated. You can say they've had great 3-point shooting, offensive rebounding, transition, and there another opportunity, but doesn't go for Zuluaga.
Going for the dunk and turns out to be a dump.
Ball entered into Sadu, gets Spano in the air, makes the jump shot, and will draw the foul.
Not to second guess the coach, but Magee, I think should get out of that zone and give man-to-man a shot anyway. They're just picking it apart.
Three-point play attempt there. Foul shot does not go. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and looks like it'll stay with Magee. 18 on the shot clock. Debrise into Sadu. Pass fake. Dribbles into the paint.
Nice. There we go.
Moves inside and lays it in.
I think he's listening to me.
We talked about it. Just I think really getting the process right here is kind of the way to go for Magee. They really just want to build some momentum, get some good possessions in a row, a few possessions in a row. 3:49 to go here in the third quarter. Zuluaga trying to inside dump pass, and Kovacevic makes that lay-in as he just recently came into the game.
You know, Magee's like, they're scoring better in the second half than they did in the first. It's a long uphill grind, though. Oh, goodness.
Well, that pass going inside and intercepted by King George.
This 1-2-2 zone is just the big guy's wide open there in the post.
And now Curry finds room as he slices through the defense after getting the screen. Defensive rebound. Magee looking to bring the ball down the court quickly. Fung, shot fake, steps in. High arcing jumper might have been blocked. Nonetheless, King George gets the rebound and will work the ball up slowly. Set up in the half court against the zone. Kovacevic steps out for a 3 short, gets his own rebound. So the Dragons will try again. Uppel now at the foul line, looking to the sideline, to his left. 3-ball on the way is good. Darko Karic wearing 5 for the Dragons. And nice play to tip that pass out of bounds there by Uppel as new player into the game. Curry getting spelled off by Samuel Yazdi, wearing number 7 for the Dragons. Ball entered into Sadu. Out for a three-point shot. No good there from Souls. Donovan Souls, wearing number 8. Ball entered into the post, then out to the sideline. 3-ball from Upbull, strong. And the board taken by Sadu. Quick outlet pass, Fung to the hoop.
There we go.
Gets that shot. Nice transition basket for the Lions. They're down 69-20 in the third quarter here. 1:22 to go. Dragons looking to just run out the clock here in this one. Ball turned over. Souls, outlet pass after getting that steal, and just out of the reach of his teammate Fung, and so the Lions will get back on defense. King George will be playing Gladstone in the championship final.
I think that is a safe bet.
Barring some wackiness here. Jumper no good from long range, and Yazdi trying to go for the rebound. Can't quite get to it, but getting lots of encouragement from his teammates and his head coach, Darko Kulic. And Magee will play Tupper here Friday.
5:30.
5:30 here at.
Another turnover for the Lions.
They're fouling Uphill, and I think that'll be 2 shots coming the way of King George. First shot is good for King George. Makes it a 50-point game here, 70-20. Makes it 71-20. Half minute to go in the third quarter. Sadu out to Souls. He makes the 3-point shot from the wing. So the Lions converting on that offensive trip down the floor, down 71-23. Likely one last shot here of the period coming from King George. You hear the Dragons bench counting down the clock here. Uphill for the long-range shot, no good. The defensive board for Magee, and the third quarter will end with a score 71-23 in favor of King George.
Well, they put a few more points on the scoreboard in the third quarter than they did in the whole first half, so can't go wrong there. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank a number of the sponsors of the Tupper Nation, and we'd like to go, first of all, talk about East West Market, 4169 Main Street. Dave Kwan and his incredible staff run one of the most beautiful neighborhood grocery stores that you can find anywhere in the city. From there, Windsor Meats, meat men on Main Street since 1946. One of the top butchers in all of Vancouver. Both Georgia Straight and Vancouver Magazine have named them the #1 butcher repeatedly year after year. Owner Connor Freeman can help you for any particular cuts or special needs you have in your meat needs. From there, Nick Calagaros, Real Estate. Nick Calagaros, a Tupper graduate, star rugby player in his day, and one of the greatest sponsors of Tupper Athletics and all Tupper fundraising, as a matter of fact. He brought in the weight room here that we have. That's Nick Calagaros, and of course he's with Remax Real Estate, and a gentleman that was born in the Mid-Main area, lives here, sells real estate here. Nick Calagaros Real Estate.
What's so cool is that all these businesses you talked about have been here for years and years and years and are supported by the neighborhood. Everyone loves going to these places, and they're well known, and everyone supports each other in this local neighborhood.
And it's not just everyone I've mentioned. It's not just us that they're doing. They support all of the elementary schools, the the food banks, the list goes on and on. East West Market, their Shame the Plastic, Shame the Bag program that they had, which they started 3 years ago. People always say to me, are you exaggerating? They got 110 million hits online about their Shame the Basket or the Bag program. Because if you wanted a plastic bag, they would give you a bag that had wart ailment. Nick's erotic video store, I mean, and so on and so forth. And it became a worldwide sensation. New York Times talked about it. Dave Kwan.
And now we're talking about it here.
And now we're talking about here, reaching millions of people. But as you say, and it's just not here. It's supporting the entire community. They are part of the community.
The first foul shot there on that trip down the floor is Kovacevic wearing number 13. 6'4", grade 11 player. Sadu going for an open teammate. Ball knocked out of bounds. Howard Zhang wearing number 11 for Magee. Back into the game. Zhang with the ball now. Trying to snake along the baseline. No look pass out to teammate wearing number 15. I'm going to try to figure out who that one is. Jumper on the way. That shot is not going to get the roll.
Just didn't want to go in.
Another chance maybe for King George. That's a Carriage wearing number 5. Yazdi at the foul line, then passing out to Kovacevic on the drive off the glass. No good. Unlucky for him there. And Magee try to cut into this 50-point deficit. Souls. Fung. Souls open for 3 and makes another one. Donovan Souls wearing number 8. I mean, good few possessions here for Magee.
I believe he used to actually play for King George. Yes, he transferred over. I believe the folks moved and out of the West End and moved to the West Side.
Four to shoot in this possession. Kovacevic strong on the layup. Shot clock will run out. That ball did not touch the rim. And so we'll get a sub for King George. Roderick Xavier wearing number 10 in white for the Dragons. Magee working the ball into Sadu. Out to Souls again, and why not? That's 3 in a row for him.
He's almost scored as many points in the second half by himself as the team did in the first half.
One of the bright lights for Magee, and we gotta say they don't have a big bench here today, so they're playing pretty short-handed.
Yes, indeed. Which is tough. It's real tough.
Especially this year where there's been so many kind of stops and starts and interruptions. It's hard to build momentum for a lot of teams.
Yeah, or in conditioning in general. I mean, you can tell the kids, go for a run. Well, you can tell them lots of things. I don't know if you convince them to go for a run. The special ones, no problem.
Xavier with the rebound off that missed shot. Rookie Carriage, and then wearing number 10 is Xavier. Little hook shot will fall in for King George. Sadu at the foul line, trying to get out of a double team. Pass across. And it looks like a bit of trouble there offensively for Magee. They will turn the ball over back to the Dragons. Yazdi jumper from the elbow, no good. And Souls for Magee. Lob pass into Sadu. Really tough play for him there, so the Dragons come back out with the ball. Kovacevic, Karic around the horn. Karic, little hook shot, little runner, I guess. Counts for 2. Also out there for King George wearing number 4 is Peyton Proctor. 5'11" guard. And Magee turns the ball over, and that'll give them an opportunity to sub in 2 new players. Number 9, Lazar Basanovic, and back into the game, 21 is Randawa. Proctor is going to be off the target there on that 3. Got 4.5 minutes to go in this game. King George on their way to the city championship final as Souls missing for the first time in a handful of shots there. King George quickly getting the ball back into play. They will face Gladstone in the 2A, 3A city championship final. Magee will play Tupper for 3rd here, both games on Friday. And will be webcast live as the 3 goes in for Proctor. That gets a nice ovation from the bench. The guys really loving the success of their teammates, and there Proctor gets the steal, pass across, and Karic will have the ball knocked out of bounds. I think staying with the Dragons though. Kovacevic, Proctor, back up to the middle, and Karic enters into Xavier. Kovacevic open for 3. It was on target, but maybe a bit strong. Souls for Magee. Trying to get a screen. Souls for 3. And the sideline doesn't go. I don't know if that's his favorite spot.
And I think it's hard to get his legs underneath that shot now. I think he's pretty tired. He's put in a bunch of minutes here.
Kovacevic going baseline with that penetration and scores. Souls with the ball. He's hit I think 3 or 4 from that wing spot. This time Sadu trying for the pass. I think it was tipped off a King George player. Possession staying with the Lions.
At this point, with 2:50 to go, it's just a matter of the clock running out.
And Magee, has subbed in a couple of players to make sure that everyone gets some minutes here in this one. They will have a game against Tupper on Friday. That'll be pretty important in terms of seeding and for the zone championships, the Sea to Skies.
Very much so. Very much so. It'll be Vancouver. It's for Vancouver number 2 is what it comes down to. So they're going to be pitted against North Shore number 2.
It's always a tough matchup there.
Always. And North Shore is strong this year.
Yep.
Brockridge, Carson Graham, Argyle, very strong. And then, of course, we've got St. Pat's, who had been sitting at number 1 for the entire year, and then just now recently have dropped down to number 3.
Yazdi going inside. Xavier blocked, I believe, there by Randawa. And Souls down with the ball. Bounce pass into the baseline, and now pass back off a King George player. do apologize. Number 50 is not on the program and was not on the score sheet at halftime. So we.
I guess I should take this opportunity to talk about how important it is to the BC boys basketball, high school basketball website, to have all this information there for people like ourselves doing the game, that we know who we're talking about, what we're talking about. It would be nice if all these teams had statistics on there as well. But nonetheless, I'm a broken record. I'll leave it at that.
Xavier for King George out to Kovacevic. Karic. Xavier. Had lots of room there in the paint. Opts for the pass out to the sideline. 3 ball does not go. Rebound taken by Magee. And King George takes it back. Under a minute to go here. 48 seconds to be exact. King George and Magee, a couple more possessions here, and we can make it official. King George will be going to the city championship final. They'll play Gladstone in a highly anticipated matchup here on Friday. Tupper will play Magee. Those two teams have had a few good battles over the last few years.
Yes.
And so that will be it. King George, congratulations to the Dragons. Last offensive possession, and then Magee will get one more. Is the Dragons lead 82-29.
Goodness.
Bozanovic actually.
I've never seen anyone hit the.
I think he might have been mistaken as to how much time was left in the game. He took the pass and shot it right away. Lots of time actually left over in that possession, but I don't think it really mattered too much. King George is going to the city final. Magee will play for third on Friday here at Sir Charles Tupper. And pretty dominant offensive performance overall by King George here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And it will be a very good game. I believe in the last time that they did play against each other, I believe it was a 8-point game between the two teams, if I'm not mistaken, when they played in league play. So
that game will be live streamed, and the third place game will be live streamed as well, 5:30 and 7:30 Friday here from Sir Charles Tupper Secondary School. We want to thank everyone for joining us here for these two games, and we hope you've enjoyed them. And thank you again for everyone who put all the work in to actually bring this game to the internet, into a live stream situation where people at home can watch, even though they couldn't come out to the games.
Thanks, Wilson Wong, for joining us here this afternoon, doing
Absolutely.
the play-by-play, or this evening, I should say. And hope everybody has a great night, and I hope to see you all on Friday evening, 5:30 and 7:30.
Have a wonderful night.